Yo, what it is, guys? What's up? Judging by the title of this video, you guys already know what this is about. This video is gonna be all about the Prelude. Woo! So lately, all my recent videos have been about the Civic and the FD conversion, and a lot of you guys follow me because of my Prelude. A bunch of y'all are wondering what's up with the Prelude. Like, it kind of just fell off the face of the earth, right? Well, I've actually been having some issues with the Prelude, and it's pretty much the reason why I picked up the Civic in the first place. But let's start off with the most basic issue. As you all know, the dreaded light on my dash, the check engine light, is on. But mine's different. Check this out. 1, 2, 3, go! Now? Now. Huh. How about now? Okay. Well, I've already let the Lude warm up a little bit, but on a cold start, my check engine light would be blinking. Oh, there we go. Woo! And usually when your check engine light is blinking, you shouldn't even be driving your car. So without having the codes red, I could already tell that the Lude is low on compression. Every time I step on the throttle, the response from the engine feels kind of laggy. It doesn't feel like really strong and, you know, torquey. I cleaned the Lude recently, but usually I would have a lot of black fumes back here. If you look closely, you could kind of see some. Oh, also, when I send it sometimes in the Lude, when it hits high RPMs, there's a big, like, black cloud of smoke right behind my car. So that also contributes to all the black fumes on the back. So with all these symptoms, the check engine light blinking, the weak throttle response, the fumes on the back of the car, I'm assuming this motor needs a refresh. Woo! So a little over a year ago, I got the head rebuilt and I changed a lot of things and I just had a refresh. So with that being said, I didn't touch anything on the block, you know, with the cylinders, the pistons, and blah blah blah. So more than likely, I'm pretty sure I need to go in the block and replace the piston rings, the bearings and seals and whatever else. And I'm pretty sure that's gonna fix my issues with the throttle response, the burning oil, and all the fumes in the exhaust. Because yo, this thing burns oil like crazy. Let's say I top out the oil, right? In about 2 weeks of driving, it'll probably be near that bottom dipstick, and I would have to fill it back up with like about a quart of oil, maybe a little bit more. So the Lude's just been having it rough, and that's why I had to pick up that Civic as a new daily driver. I got a bunch of parts for the Lude. I got new piston rings, I got new bearings, a new rear main seal. I need to get a head gasket, and I don't know. I think that's about all I need. This is a Honda Prelude SH, and so it wouldn't make too sense to build this motor for performance, because if this block goes, I can't just find another Prelude SH block. Because when people sell Prelude engines, they usually come as a whole, as in the block, the tranny, and the head. Well, you could probably find it without the head, but if you buy the block and tranny together with the ATTS system, that thing is not cheap. And plus, from what I've heard, the ATTS kind of limits you with how much power you could push out of this motor, and so I ain't gonna mess with that. If I'm gonna build a motor and put a new motor in there, it's gonna be something different. It's not gonna be another H22. I tell you that much. Woo! But okay, enough rambling and with my assumptions. I got an Obd2 scanner, and we're gonna find out what those codes are saying. Alright, so I got this Obd2 scanner. It's called Blue Driver, and I heard about it from Scotty Kilmer on YouTube. This thing was only like $100. It's kind of up there, but I mean, for what it is and what it could do, I think it's a really good investment, because I had like a cheaper one from Walmart that was like $60, and it had me like download 2 different apps, and I had to pay like $20 just to read Honda codes, and if I wanted to do Toyota codes, I'd have to pay another $20 and so on. So I think this is definitely the best bang for your buck. I'm gonna leave a link down in the description below so you can check it out. But in the Lude, all you do is just go over here to the passenger side, and it's gonna be this gray one right here. Bam. Blue light, you know it's good. And you do have to Bluetooth connect it onto your phone and download an app. I can't show you guys because I record on my phone, but I'll be right back with the results, and hopefully it's not something too crazy. Hopefully it's not something more than, you know, misfiring. So, be right back. Yeah! Alright, so I just got the results back, and I got 5 codes. 4 of them are confirmed, and there's a 5th one that's pending. I'll post it on the screen so you can look at it. I can't recall it from the top of my head, but pretty much they are all misfire related. It's saying there's a misfire in what, cylinder 2, 3, 4, and then a random misfiring and blah blah blah. So clearly the issue is compression right now, okay? I've actually never done a compression test after getting the head rebuilt. I don't know why I didn't cross my mind to do it, but I guess right now we can see how everything's doing. I bought this compression tester kit like a while back. It was when I first started having issues with the head. Turned out, you know, I had a burnt valve. So right now we're about to do a compression test, and we're just gonna see where each cylinder is at. The compression numbers aren't that important. What we're really looking for is consistency on all 4 cylinders. So this cylinder is like 130 psi. If all 4 of them are like within the same range, you know, you got a pretty good compression throughout your cylinders. But more than likely, these numbers are gonna be all janked up. So we're about to find out today what those compression numbers are. Yeah. All right, so I got the Lude running right now. I'm gonna let it warm up for about 5 minutes. You don't want to do a compression test on a cold engine. So after the engine warmed up, we're gonna go in here, and we're just gonna disconnect the distributor and the fuel pump. All right, the Lude is all warmed up, and I was just kidding. The relays aren't in there. They're actually inside the car, and they'll be right in here. Let's see, you just gotta pull out this fuel pump and I guess that one to be safe. I couldn't find the fuse for the distributor, so you could just unplug these two just to be safe. Because pretty much we're just trying to turn the motor. We're not trying to start the motor, okay? All right, I got the 2 plugs disconnected from the distributor. I got the fuses removed from the fuel pump, and I also removed the spark plugs on all 4 cylinders. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and here's the spark plugs 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I don't really know what I'm looking for, but they all look kind of the same. They got some buildup. It's actually been a minute since I've replaced these spark plugs. They're probably about like 2 years old, man. I don't really know what to tell you on how to tell if these are bad, but if someone with spark plug knowledge can share their wisdom down in the comments below for people like me, please let us know what to look for and if these are any good or not. Yeesh. All right, we're gonna start from left to right. So we'll put in the first cylinder. Sheesh. Okay, and you want it nice and snug, not over tightened, because you don't want to struggle trying to take it back out. Let's put this gauge on. Ah, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna try to turn the motor. I'm gonna count like 5 times, and then we'll read what the gauge says, and we'll do it across all 4 cylinders, and hopefully it's not too bad. Yeah. Okay, here's cylinder 1. Ooh, whopping 150. Cylinder 2, here we go. Ooh, that's super low. 90, not looking so hot. Cylinder 3, let's do this thing. Ooh, okay, up in the 150 range. All right, last and hopefully not the least, cylinder 4. Ooh, up in the 150s as well. Okay. All right, I'm a little surprised. I thought the numbers were gonna be everywhere, but cylinders 1, 3, and 4 were all within 150, whereas cylinder number 2 was around 90. As I said before, I had the head rebuilt, so I got new valves, new valve keepers, and was it like valve filters or whatever those things are on there. I even had it sent out to the machine shop, so you know, they made sure everything was good and sealed. I'm really thinking that the piston rings are the issue. With bad piston rings, there's a lot of blow by, as in the oil is just going past the rings and through the exhaust and to the back of the car. Which is more than likely why it's burning so much oil, because the compression is weak on cylinder 2. So that's pretty much it for the Prelude. The Lude's pretty much just been sitting here. I drive it every so often. The plan is to do a refresh on the block. I got OEM piston rings. I'm not sure what brand bearings I got. I also got a new fuel filter because a lot of people say it's really hard to reach. So once I pull the motor, I'm gonna go ahead and replace that. And yeah, I've pretty much just been contemplating pulling the motor, because not even 2 years ago I just got into messing with cars and messing with the motor. So yeah, I've taken the head off a few times and messed around with it, but as far as pulling a motor out, I've never done that before. And so I've just been browsing Harbor Freight, checking it every so often, seeing when an engine hoist and an engine stand is available for a discount, because I ain't trying to buy it for full price. I'm only going to use it one time, you know. Maybe more in the future, who knows. I'm just a little hesitant tackling this project on my own, because now that I'm in Texas, I don't really have any homies to drop by and help me out with the motor. I don't really have anyone I could hit up to help look at the motor, or you know, just kind of guide me. So I just been letting the Lude chill here and just buying, you know, the parts I need, and just sugarcoating the Civic with, you know, the JDM conversion and buying a bunch of parts for the Civic. But I do need to get to this. I do miss driving the Lude a lot. I need to stop being a little B-word and, you know, just make this happen. Because that's how it was with the head, you know. I took my time, I contemplated it a lot. Looking back, it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be, you know. But yeah, that's why everything's been paused on the Lude. I'm gonna eventually finish the wrap on the Lude after the engine is rebuilt. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this red. It looks really good, especially in this lighting. Yo, this red is freaking nice. But I'm just tired of the exhaust fumes getting on the back of the bumper, because I just freshly wrapped it, you know, and I hate to see the exhaust fumes all up on there. And I'm tired of filling this motor up with oil every week and whatnot. But it's whatever. I just need to stop playing and make things happen. Yeah. But alright guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. I just wanted to fill you guys in on what's going on and why I haven't vlogged about the Prelude in a while. If you guys have any suggestions on what I should do while I have the motor out, you know, leave a comment down below and let me know. Just any general wise knowledge I could use, because I kind of don't want to do this, but I'm gonna do it. Bye y'all, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for checking me out. Later. Yeah.